Hey up everybody, my name's Joshua Morrison, Dr. Johnny Moz's Lessons in Confidence. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about some plans that I've been working on and perhaps how I've been maybe working on them a lot too hard, and I've been using the fact that eventually these plans will come to fruition as some sort of, I don't know, utopic ideal for myself, that once these things are done I will be the ultimate version of myself that I need to be. And once these things are done, I will be free, right? Now, what does it mean to be free? Because am I not free already, right? I've got these projects and I can do them and I can finish them. But realistically, I don't have to finish them. I'm not contractually obliged to finish them. I'm not sitting there with, you know, the responsibility of the world on my shoulders or anything like that. It's just, at the end of the day, it's a feature film and a short film that I need to get out. Right, and then they're both nearly done, and I'm sat there just thinking, once these are out, I can move on, I can be the real me, I can do what I want to do and not feel trapped. I feel trapped by these projects, right? And it doesn't feel good to be like that. I've been trapped with these projects for a while because they've been trapped in development hell, right? And they're nearly out of development hell. In fact, well, they are out of development hell now, and they're nearly finished. And I cannot wait to share them with you. And I feel like once they are out, I'm not gonna get the euphoric high that I think I'm gonna get. I'm not gonna be the ultimate being that I think I'm going to be. I'm not going to be able to turn into fucking Superman just because I release these films. But my brain thinks that once these are done, like that's it, right? But that's not how it works. You just need to keep pushing through and get to the end of these projects, right? Is how I say it to myself. And it's not a good attitude to have. And it's made me sort of have disdain for these films, that they are like my prison. And I want to escape, and my releasing them is my escaping from their prison cell, right? And I just don't know what to do with regards to how to pass that in my own brain, essentially, right? Because I mean, I'm doing all of this and going through all this hardship for what amounts to about 60 minutes worth of entertainment, right? My feature film is no longer like, you know, 70-minute, 80-minute feature film. Now it's looking to be about 45 minutes. And the short film is about 9 minutes 30, right? So I'm doing all of this for, what, 55 minutes of entertainment? Great. But once it's done and it's out, I'm gonna have a huge weight off my shoulders. I know that. But what am I gonna do with that lack of weight? And is that weight even real? Maybe I'm making all this up. Maybe I won't feel the weight off my shoulders. Maybe it will just kind of come out. It will get maybe a few views from regulars on this channel, and then it will just fade into obscurity like every other YouTuber who makes a film. Do you know the Critical Drinker made a film? I don't like the Critical Drinker, but apparently he's made a film. It's not good, but it looks like pretty impressive, you know? Ralph the Movie Maker, for instance, he's a YouTuber I really liked like a few years ago. And he spent loads of time and money and resources and probably creative and motivational energy on making his debut feature film, only for it to come out and just get laughed at. And I'm thinking, am I just doing the same? Because am I going to be real? Is my film the best film ever? Is it Citizen Kane? No. Is it Casablanca? No. Is it Crank 2? No. So what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Why am I pushing so hard for it to come out? Why did I push so hard to make it? Why was I so deluded to think that I could be the next Steven Spielberg or whatever? I don't know. I don't have the answers to those questions. And I feel like it's the trap of filmmakers, is that making films takes so much external energy, let's call it. Internal energy is creative juices and motivation and inspiration and stuff like that. And if you're writing a book, that's kind of all you need, right? If you're coding a video game, you don't need a vast amount more. You can maybe come out and take some pictures of leaves for textures and like probably stuff like that, and get tests done and stuff. And obviously there's more to it, you know, getting the sound design done and all that. But at the end of the day, if you wanted to make an indie game, you can make an indie game. But with a film, you have to go out, you have to get new people in, it's got to be a collaborative process. And the bigger a collaboration is, the more people have expectations of quality from this thing. And I feel like I'm going to let a lot of people down when this film comes out and it's not a fucking masterpiece, like I was going on manically saying it was around the time that this film was being shot. I was a different person when I made these films, and now I am trying to move on. Like in terms of creativity and inspiration, my headspace and my creative headspace is very different, in a different place than it was back then. And so it's hard for me to just keep pushing through this film. But I will get to the end of it, I know that. I will release it. I want to release it on DVD. I want to release the feature and the short on a DVD. And there'll be some behind the scenes stuff. I've got a huge story to tell with this film, a really long one that involves people making threatening phone calls to my house. It involves people dropping the ball and leaving me with thousands of pounds of debts to pay, which forced me to take out loans that crippled me financially to try and pay them back. It involves friendships going astray and crumbling. It involves an awful lot of other films as well that kind of got made in this blur of a time of my life that I look back on. I think a lot of people get to my age and they look back and they have like big drinking binges and stuff. I didn't have a big drinking binge, I had a big filmmaking binge, and I think it would have been healthier to have a drinking binge. I really do. I don't think that filmmaking is for everyone, and it's not for me. If it's for you, that's great, but I don't think that, I don't know, I've come to accept that I'm not a filmmaker. I like music. I enjoy making music an awful lot more, and I want to do music. I like making these videos are fun. Simple, small projects. I want to get back into doing that and do a lot more simple, small projects. And that's my plan, that's my aim, that's my goal, and I can't wait to do that. With a full, commitment, because right now my commitment is being put towards this thing that I don't feel very committed to. It feels like going through a divorce again, to be honest. But like I'm doing the everything. I'm filling out the papers. I'm filling out the divorce C-180 form, whatever it is. It doesn't really matter the specifics. But basically, I feel like I'm doing all of this just to get this thing away from me, and to not be near it anymore, to put it in the past, to bury it, rather in a way that doesn't let down all the people that worked so hard on it and gave so much to it. That's why I'm not naming the films, because I'm kind of slagging them off right now. It's not that I think they're objectively bad films. The sound is good. The videography is good. I think the acting is pretty decent. I think the music's good. I think all the individual elements aren't like massively amateur. I don't think this is a film where like Uncle Mickey, the YouTube channel I quite like, would be able to review it and say like, this is the ultimate student film fucking mess. But I bet if they did review it, they wouldn't have many great things to say about it. I don't think it would be a positive review. And I'm fine with that. In fact, I would love a review from people of these films when they come out. And I'd love them to be honest. And I'd like them to take this video into account, not as a sympathy fucking vote. Use this as context. Use this as like, and yeah, he did make a pile of garbage. Because that's how I feel right now. I feel like I did. And like I wasted an awful lot of my time, a lot of other people's time. And maybe all of this is just one big marketing ploy to get you to watch the film out of sympathy for me. I don't know. I don't like the idea of that. I don't like how cynical it can all get and how meta it can all get. And that's something that I want to do with the future after this. After these films come out, I feel like I'm going to finally rise like a phoenix into a new era of me, where I am my truest self. But as I said at the start of this video, I don't think that's going to happen. But all I can do is finish these films and hold out hope that it will. And if you have an experience making a film and you can relate to any of this, please leave your story in the comments below. And let's get a discussion going about making films and eventually the film makes you. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. Take care. And I'm going to leave you with this shot of the river because I think it's quite nice. Oh. It was recording, right?